Welcome back to another episode of the single player series. It's actually been so long, I think almost 2 weeks since my last video came out. And let me just say I've been dying to get back on this world. On a separate creative world, which you will not see because it spoils a lot, I've been working on what I want to do with this area that I'm standing on right now. You can see it has many imperfections. But today, that is all going to change. Well, sorta. Throughout the next couple episodes, it's going to change. But today will be a pretty good portion of it. So the first thing we need to do is to flatten this area. And you can see there's quite a lot of area to flatten. But luckily, I have this new mod called the flashback mod. It's basically the same thing as the replay mod, just a little bit more advanced. So bear with me. The replay might be bad. I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way. But before we can even do any of what I just said, we need to get a beacon. And yes, I know the beacon doesn't work on a shovel. It only works on a pickaxe. But I do need a lot of stone as it is. And I'd rather go get this now than later. Let's head off into the Nether and try to find a fortress that's close by. Pretty sure there's a fortress right around this area. Okay, I might have been wrong. Might have been wrong. Never wrong. What? Come on now. See. Wow, that was so easy, and we have some diamond ore he revealed for us. Oh, and of course, we got the nether star. Oi. And voila, we have a beacon. Let's go. We need to max out this beacon, right? Which means we're gonna need a lot more than 25 iron. I need 24 stacks of iron. That's a lot of iron. And I really do want to make an iron farm, but I'm legit about to renovate this entire area, so building something just doesn't make sense. So we're going to do it the hard way and find a cave and mine a lot of iron. Luckily, I have no life and a bunch of shulkers, so let's go get that iron. All right, guys, about 2.5, 3 hours later, we have made a huge tower of ore. Oh my god. That looks insane. And now we have to mine all this. Alright, that took 20 minutes. Oh my god. But we have a lot of resources here. But of course, what we wanted the most was this iron. And yeah, okay, well, this one, not even a stack of iron. But I did say that I needed 24 stacks of iron, and we ended up with 28 stacks of iron. All right, let's see how much. Oh, yes. So that looks like we have enough for a full beacon. And off we went to go find some materials for some future builds, which I know doesn't make sense now, but I needed some tuff for today's build, so I thought I might as well get as much as I need. And I used my beacon. I just got to collect this tuff so much faster, and let me say I'm so happy to get this beacon. After I was done collecting all the tuff I needed, I headed home and used my trusty beacon to flatten out the area. After clearing out enough area, I headed over to the nearby desert, which when I mean nearby, I mean 5,000 blocks away, and I grabbed a bunch of sand because I need a lot of glass for today's build. We also collect some bone blocks, and I bone meal a bunch of flowers because I needed a lot of dye of the pink, purple, and magenta variety. Alright, so I've gone ahead and collected all the materials I need, and the build is right above me. That's all you get to see. Even though you've already seen the thumbnail, I'm gonna act like you didn't see it. So after 3 weeks of not playing Minecraft, let's get building. Ta-da! We have a brand new amethyst like crystal type thing floating where our village is going to be. So you can probably see what our theme is going to be for this village. And I cannot wait to start building stuff like this. Now, we're not just done yet because this is actually the centerpiece of our village. So I would like for villagers to meet underneath the crystal right here. So obviously we need something that the villagers will be enticed to want to meet up in the middle of this huge crystal. So you might think that I made a lot of glass, which I did accidentally make a lot of panes. So that sucks. But we do need a lot of this purple glass. Luckily, we have quite a lot of purple dye and a lot of glass. We might need more than this, but we'll find out. Can't go to sleep because there's been mobs spawning underneath my house somewhere. I think in a cave. Oh, this is when I raised the terrain, like on episode 1. The first thing I want to do for this town center is to change the ground underneath it. And that's because it looks like it's just a random floating crystal, but I kind of want to make it look like it came out of the ground. Now, obviously we don't want the villagers falling into the ground, so I don't want to make a hole, but we can do something with glass that makes it look like a hole. It's this fog floor that I've seen all over Pinterest, so I want to give it a try. Yes, we do need a lot of glass, but one thing I do not have for this build is sea lanterns. Luckily, I found the sea temple not too far away from home, which is why we have these farms as well. But the issue is to make a farm for this sea temple, we need to kill the Elder Guardian. So let's come up with a game plan. Oh, who am I kidding? I just need to get down here and try to kill them as soon as possible. Ow, ow, ow. Stop. I need to fly out of here. Okay. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Move on my way. Yes. Okay, now we have to kill 2 more. To get to the other 2 Elder Guardians, I wanted to use TNT since I have miner's fatigue, but these laser beams made it so hard to see and I almost died. While fighting the Elder Guardian, I didn't realize how low my breath was, so I tried to make it out as fast as I could and yeah, I died. And this isn't the only time I die. I die again here after trying to get all my stuff. And once again, I made it back with actually all my stuff this time, but didn't take account for my breath once again, and yeah, I died. So of course I went for my stuff, and I was drowning again, so yeah. So then I actually decided to use my 2 brain cells and bring a door with me so I can actually breathe underwater. And luckily I didn't have miner's fatigue, so I snuck into the room and killed the last Elder Guardian. I then headed to the Nether so I could collect some soul sand, and I needed a lot of obsidian. Okay, so I do have everything I need for the farm, but to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to get some invisibility potions. So I need some carrots to make night vision potions, because if you didn't know, you need to make a night vision potion to make an invisibility potion. And to make a night vision potion, you need golden carrots. But now we have a bunch of 8-minute invisibility potions, which I don't think we're going to need this many. Okay, you can't see me, but I'm going to go ahead and follow this tutorial by GeForce. It'll be down in the description below. Now let's get building. Oh my god. We're up here. We're actually up here. I'm kind of scared I'm gonna get stuck up here. Alright guys, so now that I've connected this portal to the nether roof, I have to now place a crap ton of soul sand underneath this dirt. Luckily, we have all the soul sand we could possibly need, and let's just hope we don't die down there. Yeah, we're good. Oh, yeah, we're good. All right, let's get building. Okay, there's a lot of bubbles, but it looks like it's working. I mean, That's that guy who just escaped out of my bubble machine. Hey, obviously there's no Sea Guardians going in it right now, but it's because we have to be up there. Okay, we are about to get onto the platform. Let's just hope this works. Oh, no way. It's actually working. Oh my God, there's so many. Whoa. I'm gonna put myself in a dirt box for now, and I'll be back with you guys in like 30 minutes or so.
2 seconds later.
Guys, we haven't issued. What did I do? What did I do? Oh no, I was wondering why my game was so oh, what? How did they escape, bro? Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. Wait, hold on. I gotta get these guys to despawn. If I fly far away, they should despawn. Okay. All right, guys. So it's been a while since what just happened with all those Sea Guardians. And as you can see, there are no more Sea Guardians all over the floor. And I also AFK'd it for like 30 minutes or so. And look at how much Prismarine we have. Also a lot of ink sacs and COD. Like, look at all this. That's so much Prismarine. And now that we've finished the farm, we now have enough sea lanterns for this build. I also dug out a hole where our fog floor is going to be. But one thing we do not have is concrete. I need a lot of purple concrete for this. And we only have a little bit of sand and a little bit of gravel. So it looks like we're going to have to go to the desert and maybe try to find some gravel shorelines around the area. So let's go do that. And now with all this gravel and sand, we can make a bunch of purple concrete powder. And now the worst part of getting concrete is turning it all into concrete. So now with all this concrete, let's get building. Hey guys, so I just was, like replacing all this and realized I had already broken this, so I didn't have to break it during the time lapse. So let's try the time lapse again. Let's just rerun it, all right? Let's act like you never saw that time lapse. Okay, guys, so I finished the hole, and in a way, it's not really giving, but it's okay. We're just gonna go with it. I mean, it definitely has a fog feeling. Let's say that again. It's got like a fog feeling, but you can see the concrete so easily, which kind of sucks, but we're gonna go with it. Next thing I need to do is find a pale oak forest, and apparently they're pretty hard to find. So let's just go find one of those, and I'll bring back the wood. Okay, so I ended up finishing the build, which when I do turn around, I will say it is very underwhelming, but it's just because this is me getting back onto YouTube after almost a month. So give me some slack. And not only that, but the sea farm took a long time, and overall just collecting a lot of odd materials took a long time. Here it is, which I know it is really underwhelming, but this kind of gives you a hint to the kind of color scheme I will be going for with our new village. Like I said, this is the town center piece, so stuff will start surrounding this and it will look more tame and more put together. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry for everybody who is returning viewers who's been waiting for me to post. I just decided to take a mental week, and then that mental week turned into 3 weeks. So I'm very sorry about that. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see me do next, and I'll see you guys on the next one.